Hey, today I got my brothers right here. When I first started Ripping Loves, you know, I had Ronnie Ronski, my brother, my cousin, Sweetwater Sweets. But then, next to my cousins, which is family, these are my brothers right here. For years, damn near 20 years, I've been knowing them. And today, if you're old school Ripping Lips fans right now, I know you got a big smile on your face because you already know.
He's still here.
We got Dale Smith, the Hit Rock. Also, we got Kabali. What was it? Buckingham, the Buckarooski. The wild card of Ripping Lips. My guy, my brother, Buckarooski, baby, thank you. You are here. I mean, I know it goes unsaid that I knew you was going to be here. That's why I said before I really start going deeper into the story, I couldn't go no further without having the Buckarooski. You know, Ski. Last one, you already know, me and the Hit Rock, we had the jokes. We brought the Hit Rock, his backstory with the Ripping Lips, but we cut it off because we knew from there, the journey continued with the next guy that joined the Ripping Lips Hit Squad, and that was the Buckarooski.
Hey.
Hey, Buckarooski, tell the people who, you know, that might not have saw the videos or ain't followed the old school fishing, you know, how'd you get into fishing? And then from there, we'll start talking about how you come into the story of the whole Ripping Lips Hit Squad.
Well, you know, I've been fishing a long time. That's something my daddy taught me to do as a youngin'. So I always had the skill, the knowledge, and the game to go out there and catch a fish too. So, you know, I hooked up with my folks Dale way back in Antioch, some years back.
But that was like
94, 95.
Yeah.
You know.
Walked into that barber shop.
I've been a barber. Been a barber 30 plus years now, you know. Keeping it lit. And Dale come in the shop one day. You know,
broke leg
on
I was on
workman's comp injury. You know, bounced all the way back. We was hanging out in Antioch.
To good health
and longevity.
Oh man, definitely, baby. They're right. Yes, sir.
No question. And everybody out there.
So you know, Dale was like, man, you be fishing? You like to fish? I said, yeah, man, I go fishing. He was like, man, I want to go fishing and learn how to do that too. I said, man, that's nothing, man. We finna hit the bait shop. I got some poles. We'll get some beers, fill a cooler up, man, and we finna go. And so when we went, Dale learned. He bought poles. He got into it. We made it a party, and we was doing it. And when he finally felt that, you know, damn, man, I like fishing. It's way better than running the streets. I'd rather run with them waters.
Yeah.
So we was on one for days at a time, months at a time. We just be gone. Tahoe, Lake, Barry S, everywhere just fishing. So when we towed Antioch up, a good patch in Antioch years ago, catching families of catfish. So, you know, Dale was like, hey, man, I got a partner that be fishing too, living disco. And he be catching some shit, Buck. He like you. Hella lucky and shit. You know, always catching some big ass fish for no apparent reason. I'm like, alright. Well, ask him if it's cool. He say it's done. Next thing you know, I'm pulling up in Disco Bay looking around like, house on the water? I ain't never seen nothing like this.
Yeah. I remember when the Buckaroo with the Hit Rock was like, I'm doing the Ripping Lips thing, and I just got the Hit Rock in. It's probably been a couple of months into it, and I'm telling him my vision of Ripping Lips, like, you know, I want to do more skits, all these videos. I want to go all over the place and just really do it. But I always knew, like, I didn't want to be the only face of fishing. Like, I didn't want everybody to see every day it was me. I wanted it to be like a couple of guys. So it wasn't just me. It was just a bunch of clean dudes that went back at that time. You know, I didn't have many women involved, but a lot of just guys that I just ran across that love fishing. And the crazy thing is, when I started Ripping Lips, I was wondering, I said, you know, this is crazy, because outside of everything around Ripping Lips, what I love about it was the people who just from fishing and starting this journey, when I was like, with Ronnie Ronski, like, let's start this thing with Ripping Lips. And then how it went from, out of that, I met the Hit Rock. Out of that, I met the Buckarooski. Out of that, I met MAD, Mark Daniel. It's just like the whole story. Jamon, it's like it's so many guys of the Rip and Lips Hit Squad, which in due time, I'm going to be telling all the stories. But when I first started, it was me, the Hit, when the Hit Rock was like, I got a guy who I think that would be perfect for the show. And he was like my buddy Buck, and he was like, he just gonna add that what I think we missing, that live wire, So I was like, yeah, for sure. Buck come up to the house, I meet him, instantly it was just like family. Like we had so much fun with all three of us. We would go out and fish. I'll take the platoon boat out. We'll go catfishing. We'll take the aluminum boat, go striper fishing. I'm sitting there like, we having so much fun. Like every day, I would call them. Oh, the stripers are boiling in the back. You need to drive up right now. 2, 3, 4 to board it. Everybody start coming up. Then I said, at the same time, Mark and Jamon are winning tournaments on the Delta. I'm trying to do. I'm still trying to do the Rip and Lips, but I'm like the magnificent. So I'm telling everybody like, look, if everybody take a camcorder and film, then we'll get further with the Rip and Lips. But at the same time, this was new. Nobody was doing it, and nobody wanted to go fishing and bring a camcorder. But then when I hooked up with the Buckarooski, he was the first one that when I told it to him, he was like, hey, I got a camcorder at the house. I'll start filming. And boy, did he start filming.
Everything.
But after the Hit Rock brought you in, you brought in the Ruler and GB. GBZ Ruler, shout out. I got to get them boys out there. They're going to be on here soon. GB doing it big out there.
He just got his boat, his captain license.
Yeah, hey.
GB a water boy.
GB boy, big time out there.
Started off deck in, now he's a captain.
Yeah, Rip and Lips. And that's what makes it so cool. Like, damn, that's all part of our circle. So when I was doing the Rip and Lips video on YouTube, Buck also had a bunch of videos that he was able to contribute to it. But the best thing, one of the things that I love, what was the turning point was, we all go out, we're fishing and striper fishing all night.
I already know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm saying? 2, 3 in the morning, we get back. Back then, we would go, come back, relax, get a bite to eat, then go back out again. At this particular time, it's 2, 3 in the morning, nothing was open. We get back, we super tired, and everybody was starving.
Yeah.
The Buckarooski said, hey, because at this time, like, I never cooked the fish. I always took the fish to my grandmother. My grandmother did fish Fridays or Tuesdays or whatever. That's just how it went. But I had a freezer full of fish that I could take to, I'm waiting just to take to my grandmother. And
I remember you had that freezer. I don't
remember the freezer?
Big stripers.
Everybody on 86 in Birch in East Oakland, the whole block, I had all the old ladies with fish and then all the people who couldn't get back out there no more.
Yeah, the freezer would never close.
It wouldn't even close. Yeah, that's so much fish.
A big outside freezer in the garage.
Sister Patterson.
My mama got fish out that bag too, out that freezer.
I was going in on that, and it just felt good to know like it was people who couldn't get out there to fish like that, and I was able to bring all that fish, back to the town like that.
Yeah, that
what I'm saying? So then Buck was like, hey, is it cool if I just cook us some fish? And I was like, well, that's a strange request. No one's never said cook any fish or cook anything. That time I never cooked anything.
Nothing.
So I'm youngster too, so I'm like, cook some fish. I said, if you want to, Buck, go ahead. Buck got into the kitchen, and then he was like, here y'all go. We was like, what the hell? Eating like, he just did that in my face.
Yes.
I was so amazed at that. I was like, wow, I ain't never seen that done. He inspired me to start cooking. I started cooking fish after that, and after that, I said, damn, Buck, on the next video, how about I film it when you cook, and we'll start the Buckarooski cooking show. But talk to the people, man. The people, Chef Smelly came up off the Buckarooski cooking show. Shout out to Smelly. You know what I'm saying? Smelly got that's original Rip and Lips Hit Squad too. His story coming.
He is original.
Yeah. But Buck was like doing the cooking show. We was one. He probably, if we did the research, probably one of the first send my first cooking shows on YouTube.
Yeah.
17, you had to go back 17 years.
Yeah.
He was in there whipping up trout. Anything we caught, Buckarooski will cook it. I was
Just a
filming.
few cooking shows. Just a few cooking shows.
Yeah, Buck always used to get out.
I still get out.
Yeah, I still.
It don't stop. You know, that's something my mama taught me as a kid. I'm finna go to work. You better fin. And I cooked the whole 12-pack of eggs, fried them, tried to turn them over all at the same time. That didn't work. They turned the scrambled egg. My sister said, "You gonna get in trouble." I cooked all the shit. Mom was hot when she got home. From then, that was just a learning lesson.
Yeah. Yep. I remember one of the times when we all went up to Clear Lake when I had the old school tracker. Y'all know the tracker I got from the auction. I had a little tracker bass boat, and I said how it all started was I was in the bathroom and I used to always get the fish sniffer. Fish sniffer said, "Man, they catching crappies like nobody business at Clear Lake." And I ain't been to Clear Lake in years, but once I saw catching crappies like nobody business, I instantly had to drive up there. I drive there, whoa. I catch a ton of crappies, right? Crappie after crappie after crappie after crappie. I come back, I had to sell Buckarooski here. I was like, "Hey, y'all. It's so many crappies up there. It's ridiculous." I said, "Y'all need to take off from work. We all need to drive up there and then go do these crappies."
What was the name of that hotel?
Was Kanaktai.
Kanaktai
Resort.
Yeah, Kanaktai.
Kanaktai Resort.
Yep.
Oh, you took us there. That was the
the
first fishing trip
that was
I had ever
Chris
been
and
on.
came on the next trip.
That
was
broke
Martin Luther
me
King
in right
weekend.
there. That broke me into real fishing to eat.
Because when we found out when we first got up there that we didn't even need the boat. They was like right at the dock. But it was so plain. So there's the old Kanaktai where they had the restaurant and the auditorium where they used to do the live music and everything. Right, that one. So in front of the dock every year, they had crappies and it'd be like 100 people on there. So Buckarooski and the Hero, we used to also go up there and rent the rooms. Right,
it was
a lot of rooms. You see, and then once
thousands.
That man, it was
all those people. Remember, it was so many of us. The dock sunk.
That's when they switched the rules and they told everybody that if you don't have a room here now, you can't even fish.
It was like a free cheese line.
Just how that was unbelievable, blood.
They say crappie, we like, damn, all these people.
Yeah.
Remember we just mashed through everybody.
Yeah.
And we took them in spots.
Yep. And start catching crappie like nobody.
In everybody's face, and they wasn't biting. Then I set that secret sting up.
Yeah.
Call it swat and swoof. I caught about 50 crappies in about 15 minutes.
Hey, that was so hot. But hey, when everybody's going side by side crappie fishing, it goes in the morning, everybody's catching them. Everybody's happy. They slap it high five. Then it goes through the period of hours where they down there, but nobody catching them.
They not biting.
So the Buckarooski was like, I figured out my little pattern. So he started working his pattern. Next thing you know, he was the only one catching fish, right? And he's catching. There go another one. People, if you looked around at people's eyes, they wanted to fight. They was hot because the sun is up. It's 100 degrees. 4 hours went by. Nobody's catching a crappie. It's like a couple of hundred of us, and one crappie get caught here. One crappie get caught there. One crappie got there. And here go Buckarooski every time. Hey, that was hot. Next thing you know, everybody was spreading out. After Buckarooski caught the 10th one, they was like on his shoulders. He was like this. He was like this fish. He was like this. He thought he was at circus at Vegas.
throwing them in the bucket.
Yeah, because once he caught limit, he started throwing the fish back. They was like, what are you doing? Yeah. The oldest ladies of them will come and be like, sir, don't throw them back in. Just throw them in the bucket. So, you know what I'm saying? So they was like, well, we Rippin' Lips his squad, and that's what we do, man. We show love. So then Buck had all the old ladies like, Buckarooski, because he was filling all their buckets like this.
Two at a time.
Hey.
Big one.
Heck yeah.
Bigger than hand size.
Hey, when I first got up there, to Clear Lake, and I started doing the crappie and all that stuff, right? I said, when Kanaktai was gone, I was like, I'm about to stay in the resort, take the boat, cruise around, try to catch some crappies. I get out there, I start, I'm just getting to Clear Lake. I haven't been on the, dang, what side is that? Gosh. Well, the place was Lake Place, all right? I'm driving up there. I said I'm pulling into the first resort. Because I mean, it was resort after resort after resort. I said, pull in the first resort. I pull up in there. I pull up in Lake Place. And then I get up there and I say, yeah, I want to get a room for 2 nights, come up here and do some fishing for the weekend. It was like, oh, okay. And I was like, yeah, hopefully I catch some crappies. They've been all over the place, but hopefully my boat I can find them. Because Kanaktai now, at that point, now it was shut down. They didn't fish them all out. I'm trying to find a new spot with boat. I go out, and then there was like a husband and wife that ran the Blake Place. Super cool people. And they was like, man, it was a guy here who was staying with us that rented. He was up here for a week.
Yeah.
He went out there and was catching crappies and doing the same thing. Him and his buddy coming back with a limit, 50 crappies every day. Boom, 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 boom. Well, at that time, you was catching crappies so fast. 25, you've been there 30 minutes.
Yeah.
You already caught 25, so everybody was trying to get more. This dude had, I think it was somewhere around the 2,500 crappies in multiple coolers in the room.
Okay, we can't catch that, man.
Ones ran up in there, took all the crappies, and took his boat.
Oh, that was the story about the guy with the boat.
Yeah, I heard took his boat.
And his fine was so big.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
That's why they took his boat.
Yep,
and the only thing they gave him was his tackle box. They took everything. Poles too.
They tackled all this shit.
The only thing I was talking about.
Yeah, they gave him a tackle box.
So that's where dudes. So that was the place where he stayed, and they was telling me the whole story. Of police ran up there. I said, "Damn!" And I'm like this. Where is he catching the crappies?
Hey! My bucket up.
Yeah. She said, all I know is, because he was a nice guy, he was all weak. He said, all the way, just stay to the right, go all the way down. They said it's a red cover, boat cover. It's a red boat cover, and he says under the red boat cover. So I was like, oh, okay. Bam, 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 and tracker right there. That's what I do my solo trip. Man, I'm looking at every cover. Bam, bright red one right there. Bam, bam, whoa.
That's it.
I take crappie balls, start throwing it over there. I catch hella bass, right? The next weekend, both days I catch them. Next weekend I come back. I bring V back up there because now I'm about to film for Rippin' Lips.
Yeah.
And then that's when you got me sitting in the chair in the boat, and then I'm catching all these crappies.
That was
back to back to back. That was the beginning. Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
I see you, Hit Rock. I see you, Buckarooski. I see you, Roni Ronski. It's your favorite fisherman's favorite fisherman. Yeet the D. Am I the only one out here catching something? Seems to be.
Tell me what your secret is. Huh? I don't know if I have a secret. I don't know if I talk to him at all. I'm telling you nothing.
Then that's when I came back and I told y'all we need to go up there. So what ended up happening is I drove up there and the trailer broke down on me. So I had to leave the boat up there because I was like, man, I need to get some parts to fix it. The guys was like, oh, don't worry about it, just leave the boat up here. Damn, at that point I'm up there like every weekend, right? Yeah. Driving up there. I leave the boat there. That's when I said, man, we can go up there and fish. And that's when you just bought the Ram truck. And it was like, let's walk up there.
Let's go.
And then we just I said, the boat already up there. So then we get up. Now this is before the weather apps and all that stuff. We didn't even know about man, we should check the
Bad
weather. Yeah, to see if the weather's good or not. We just jumped in, was like, we got a free day.
We going fishing.
We going
by
fishing.
any means necessary.
Yeah. We drive all the way up there, and the wind is coom cow. It's blowing 30, 40 miles an hour. Man. It's like this. And clear, like, my boat, I put the boat in, hook it up, back it up. We back boat up in there. Boat's out sitting in the water like this.
Category 2.
Right. It's me, Buckarooski, the Hit Rock, and Sweetwater Sweet. And so all of us in little kayak, right? We jump in kayak. I mean, not kayak.
Bass tracker.
Yeah, bass tracker.
It was a kayak by time 4 people was on it, though.
It was. Just imagine 5 people.
Surfboard.
All of us in little kayak. I mean, little tracker.
Damn, this smaller than a kayak.
Yeah, we jump on tracker.
Well, we going out in perfect storm.
The owner comes and start running towards us.
When we got
he
to
get there, he was like, "You guys aren't going out in this, are you?"
Yeah.
And we didn't even think nothing of it.
We just drove 3 hours to come up here.
Mind your business.
Right.
Why you worried about what we doing? Come on, let's go, y'all.
Let's go.
We got on rain gear.
Everything. We set.
Go.
What it was, like 3 something, 4 something in the afternoon?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I said them crappies are standing in line, y'all.
Waiting on us.
Y'all, if you know anything about Clear Lake in California, them crappies 2, 3 pounds, big crappies.
Big crappie.
We getting there. Now mind you, this is my first bass boat.
Mm-hmm.
My first time, and I only been out a couple of times in boat like this, driving around. So I'm like, at the same time, I got everybody I'm making sure we still got to get there and get back safe,
Man.
But I haven't fished a lot of times to know that, I should be checking the weather, the wind, this, that, and the third, and make sure, I didn't know how to calculate all that.
What year do you think that was?
That
was 98.
No, it was in 2000.
Oh, it was 2000.
Yeah, early 2000. Yep. So it was like 2002,
7,
3, 4.
Shoot.
5,
7, 8.
It could be like between 5 and 7.
Yeah,
I'll say.
It's 7 because I bought the truck. It's 7.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, there we go. 7.
Yeah.
That was in 2007.
We was test driving.
Yeah.
Let's go. Take the boat out of shore.
Yeah, let's take the boat. We get up there.
I got stuck in the mud.
No.
My whole truck was going under the water that day.
Okay.
So that's another story. We will save that.
We got so many. Yeah,
that's
we got so many stories.
You done got me with that one, man. Now I feel like I gotta go.
Truck underwater. Still connected to the boat.
Yeah. So I'll go back to that story. We're gonna hold that one for a minute. Mm-hmm. So all right, we get to the crappie spot. Soon as we get to the crappie spot, it's blowing so hard.
Category 3 by now.
Soon as I turn the boat off, the waves push me damn near on the shore. So we had to use the oar and push ourselves off. We get to this dock. It's private property over there, right? So we get off, we pull over, and I'm holding on to the dock. And I'm like, man, y'all, I said, I had to call it. I said, it's too windy. We got to go back. I said, it's too windy.
And we had hit one whole quarter side of the other side of the lake, though. We on this side. We finally get to this side.
Man.
And we get to that dock.
Ooh. Then the wind was and that's where the wind was blowing. It was crazy on that side. So instantly I get to the dock. Sweetwater takes his pole, throws it out there. It's super windy. He instantly catches it. Instantly catches it. He was like, they still here. But it's so windy. I'm just trying to hold on to try to drive off before running on land to take off. The Hit Rock, instantly, the wave goes up by the side of the dock. He was in the boat. He instantly rolled off into the dock. And then he stood up. He was like,
he's on the dock.
Yeah, he was like, cuz I'm not getting back on that boat.
I'm looking at these fools. I'm looking at y'all like the Titanic. And I'm on dry land. Y'all finna be in there alone. I'm gonna walk around to the other side.
Yeah. We like, no, it's cool.
Like, come on, let's go on the boat. We about to go. Here, Rogers, get on the boat. He like, nah, I'm about to just go. And then this guy comes outside and sees him, because it's all private property. They knew the crappies was there, and everybody been going fishing crappie trying to tie up. And there's one of the guys there. He was always hating. It's super windy. He had to put his coat on. He had to come out. And next he see him, he's on the phone. Beep, boop, bop, beep. He called the sheriff because the Hit Rock was on. I was like, Hit Rock, he called the police. He was like, call the police. Good. Take me back to the truck.
Hey, all I could hear was the Titanic music. I'm trying to think how it sound. Cause they about to sink.
Man.
I said, come on, Hero, I'm about to take us right back home. We going home right now. Hero, I was like, fine. He turned around. He get back on boat. I hit U-turn like this in the waves. All three of us. Whoa. I ride the side, and then the wind was going the same way. We just rode those rides all the way back. Boop, 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 boop,
And look,
boop.
and I'm sitting on the podium with the bass pole seat that you throw. You ain't supposed to be sitting on that driver.
Yeah, you on the deck.
I'm at the top.
That's right.
When you sitting on a chair, you didn't even have.
No, they had us. Yeah, Ronski brought this. So on the way back, there was so many of us, and then I had to try to keep the boat front.
Each person was at least that was 4 people, so that was almost 800 pounds plus water.
Man, and little
on this tracker.
Buck had to be on the front.
So
Buck, you was on the front like this. Buck was going like this. Here I was sitting there super tight.
Bo started tripping.
Yeah,
that's right.
Bo cut off.
That's right.
Bo didn't want to start no more.
Right. So much water.
So we in the dead flow, and all we had was trolling motor.
Yeah, that's right.
So he had to turn trolling motor. Then we had to switch places to the seat. No, you was in the front, and we Gus and trolling motor in storm. And we going like this fast. Cuckoo. 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 And I'm like, damn. And I start thinking to myself, I said, damn, it's going to be that day. Damn, for these fucking crappies.
I think we all was thinking that. I think we all thought we was.
But then it got to a dead silence. Everybody stopped talking.
At the end, the boat went underwater, y'all. It went underwater. I'm sure.
Yeah.
When we got right to the dock,
the bills
really went underwater.
I remember now.
And when I saw that, I was like, we don't have any more go-unders.
Yeah, that was the last one.
Yeah, that
was the last one.
Yeah,
that last little go-in, and then we pulled up and was like, whew.
But like, everybody too tough out there to panic.
Yeah,
I don't even know how we got. It seemed like when we got to the dock,
it was under.
We was at the dock. Then just said, "All right, everybody, get off."
Get off. It's going.
He parked so fast. Dude, you parked so
because I knew the boat was like dead under the water.
Yeah,
I had to drive
water in the boat.
Woo, get the truck. Come back. To get the boat out the water, though. Yeah.
Just when the boat was like 4-5 people in it.
Yeah. Like, get it up there. We got that boat up there. So much water shot up out of there. Hey, that
come on, man, drink
classic.
To that. Give me a shot.
There you go. I like that.
You're right. You're
right. Man, what was that second story we was gonna go into?
When you said you had just bought a house.
No, when we was at Clear Lake.
When
you bought that house.
No, when you bought a house.
That was a nice house.
And you said, "Come up."
Yeah.
Bring the boat. I don't know if you said pick the boat up from the house because I'm already up here or something. I don't know what happened, but we ended up there.
Yeah.
To making it through the tip to Clear Lake fiasco.
Clear Lake. We made it, baby.
That was a crazy ride.
That was a crazy ride right there.
Thank Lord we made it back.
Thank you. Mm-hmm. Amen.
Yeah, man. Remember when I had Spot at Clear Lake, and then y'all rolled up. I had this condo. Yeah, I had a little condo out there, and it was on the water, and you had to walk across the street. They had it gated. They had a little
private dock.
Yeah, private dock. Little hall in there. They had pool tables and stuff like that. So I called Buckarooski and Hit Rock up. I was like, man, come through. Let's go do some catfishing. And Ronnie Ronski was already with me. So they come up, and I'm like, this was like my first day there. So we walk across over there and everything. It's nighttime. We get there. Next you know, it's at the pier, the private pier where you can fish and the light is on, is bats. Just like all these little bats, little birds. There was 1,000 of them all in there.
Nesting or something going on. We testing out the waters to fish the dock.
So it was like, what we gonna do? Like, we can't fish there because the for catfish, because the bats or the birds was all around. Hey, Buckarooski ran over there and cleared them birds out.
I took the fishing net and told them to hit a couple of them upside their head.
Then Hit Rock was like, are you seeing this? It was like a swarm of them. He was giving them the bit.
Got him up out of there.
He was all like this. Out of it. He was like, it's all clear, fellas.
All clear. Now we gonna fish.
Now we gonna fish. And when we tell y'all, we stayed there all night until the sun came up and caught all those catfish.
And that's when I did that garlic shrimp.
killed us. We always was like throwing chicken liver, and we wasn't catching. Buckarooski brought something, Buckarooski was always known to have something out the box to fish with. And we all like, nah, they biting on this, about that. He gonna pull all these extra little stuff out, everything. Like, just like the hit rock. We used to be out there fishing and be like, oh man, the stripers are biting hell raisers or swim baits, right? No. Big ones. We catching these big ones. Me and the Buckarooski. And then we telling Hit Rock, like, man, you should switch, because Hit Rock is just old school, die hard.
Rattle trap.
Do it how I want to do it. Y'all use that.
Bill Lewis rattle trap. Hit Rock live by, die by. He saw us catch so many fish
on that swim bait,
and he wouldn't do the chartreuse swim bait and would not switch.
That was that night. Y'all probably caught
switch for nothing. After the 12 fish caught, he said, "Man,
I was so embarrassed, and I just couldn't even do it at this point. At that point, it was just too late.
It was too late. We caught so
many that it didn't even matter if
I ain't never saw no one go fishing. Like, the strength you had to hold to be like, after 10 pounder, 15 pounder, 18 pounder, 15 pounder, 10 pounder, 12 pounder, and he's still like, nope. Wait,
no.
and this is
y'all use that.
Yeah, he's like this. But wait till I get hit on rattle trap. 22, 30 younder by
because the rattle trap used to get hit so hard every time. But I was spoiled off.
Not for that striped boil.
Not that striped boil.
That striped boil.
This daddy is home. The hip rock has landed. The hip rock has landed. Ladies and gentlemen, the hip rock is back. You know?
I'm back, baby. With the rattle trap. Thanks to Aunt Daisy. I've been missing in action. What you doing right now? You at home still?
Hey, remember that one night?
Something fierce.
We used to go out and my dad had 3 aluminum boats, right? So he gave them all to me when I had the Illuminati. So I had Walmart troll motors with it, with car battery.
We done got a lot of fish on them boats.
Yeah, like I'll literally be out fishing out here in Discovery Bay. Whoa, I used to be by myself. And then I'll find the stripers, they just bust it. Boom, 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 boom. In there, 10, 15, 20, 30 pounders just busting all in there. Old school Discovery Bay. I'm catching big ones. Get on the phone, beep, boop, bop, beep. Hit Buckarooski, hit the Hit Rock up, and be like, y'all need to get up here pronto. They up here biting. And I already had the other 2 boats just sitting at the dock. So they knew they can just come there, go to the side of the gate, jump on one of the boats, and then take off. You would catch us all in different boats out there and everything. And little just going out there fighting.
I'm talking about mad dash from the house, from Oakland to Discovery Bay in like 36 minutes.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Like the Incredible.
I'll be out there fishing. Next thing you don't see is a little headlight coming, because it's like 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4 in the morning.
We found the scariest striper still alive and kicking. The scariest striper out. And we still troll. We don't stop. It's about 1:30 in the morning. AM. Real quiet. The water is still. Temperature is about 56 degrees. Hollows a legend. Thanks to my man Chris. He out here fishing. Special guest for this evening. You know, we got your favorite fisherman somewhere in the dark. You know, we got Hit Rock. You know. And we got Higgity Man.
Everybody used to come during the day in Discovery Bay, and they was troll through here and catch big ones during the day. But
give me hand it down low.
And then at nighttime, no one would be out there. Let me tell you who used to be out there. My boy Jim and his boys Logan. You know, him and Logan, Kobe, and his 2 boys, Kobe, they used to be out there fishing. They'd be like the only ones that kind of knew about the nighttime. Shout out to Big Todd. Big Todd, he used to be out there at nighttime. I saw Big Todd catch 30 younder. That thing was so humongous.
Big fish.
You know, but we used to be out there too. So at nighttime, they would be busting in the middle of the night. Boom, 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 boom. And then we used to all go out there and fish and catch these big stripers and shoot these videos. But one time we went out there and we all was in the same boat. And I don't remember y'all remember this time we was going, and then all of a sudden we was like, what's that? And Bucky shine bright as light, because Bucky used to always have crazy ass Navy gadgets and all kind of knives. Yeah, super light that burn your arm if it shorted you. Like, so he shine light. It'd be like an earring light or a watch light or something like that. Nah, watch this here. A knife light. He shined it on them. There was humongous stripers like this big, and they was just like, what I'm finding out now, I believe what happened is, I guess the boys used to go so hard, and there was so big ones in there, they would get shot. They would knock us unconscious, and they'll just be sitting. So we sitting there, and there's like 10, 15, 20 of them, and they was just sitting there just floating, like they was dead. And we was like, what the heck happened here? We shining a light as we cruising up and everything, and then Mud grabbed the net, and it was like a damn near 20-pounder. He scooped them up. He barely even fit. As soon as he did that, they all just choked up. And remember, we was in the middle. That's like, oh, what's happening? We threw a rock. Everybody started hitting. I was like, I ain't never seen nothing like that.
That was the limit out in 2 minutes.
That's what. Yep.
That's how
we was limiting out stripers in 2 minutes. Yep. And then Buck came back, and then we'll get back, and then he did the striper cooking show. Mm-hmm. Hey, that one was so sick. We used to sit there, have a little shot of tequila, play some dominoes. We used to be at the house, and then we was so much out the way.
Mm-hmm. But what about that? What about when I was like, oh, you ain't got no cutting board, something to put over the counter? He was like, I got bag.
Yeah,
contractor bag.
Contractor garbage bag.
I got big knife, brand new contractor knife, big knife, but it worked perfect.
It did.
Cleaned up easy. Filleted fish.
That's hilarious.
Prepared it.
Yeah, you did on garbage bag. You get from Home Depot. They got the 50 pack. You can get there right now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I still use them.
Make a great cutting board.
Yeah, they do. You did.
That's a fish. And if you pay close attention, you know what I'm saying? You too, at home, can make this in a minute dish for your family. Peace.
And then that's when you taught me about the fillet.
Yeah, how to
fillet the fish, and then we had the knife.
Oh, that's why I told you.
only knew how to rip.
That's why I told you.
Once he ripped the fish, he was like, "What I'm gonna do with it?" That's why he let all the bass free to this day.
That's why
he let all the bass free to this day because he didn't know what to do with you.
Yeah, well, I got to the point where I was doing so much striper, and I just became the ultimate fisherman. I'm the people's champ, so for me to give back the fish, that's just, what I do. Unless I have to help grandma out, I go catch her a striper, a crappie, or some bluegill, make sure she's straight and everything. But, yeah, I used to be out there.
We was doing it for the pure fun of it.
Yeah.
For the excitement.
And the excitement.
It was like any other sport somebody played. Basketball, golf, soccer.
Yep.
Football, whatever it may be, that's your sport.
Yep.
So when
you're fishing, over here hungry.
When you fishing though, it's just something that you enjoy doing.
Yep.
I remember it's as peaceful as take away stress.
Yep.
Or just get you some me time.
Talk to him, Buckaroos.
Yeah.
Yep. I remember one of my favorites is when you was like, oh, they catching big trout at Lake Chabot. We go down in history at Lake Chabot. What city is Lake Chabot in?
Castro Valley.
Castro Valley.
They didn't like us after that.
We changed the whole game.
Yeah, they didn't
Anybody know about old school Lake Chabot and the fishing? If you go inside the store they have there.
If you really know about Lake Chabot fishing, you ain't caught nothing there.
Hey, it's a tough fishery.
Was catching nothing there.
Back then, especially, you're right here, Rock. No one was catching. No one was catching fish.
You ain't caught no whole bunch of
lucky.
There might be a picture of one person in your family catching one old ass
Lake
fish
Chabot was
at
a
Lake
tough
Chabot.
fishery. Yeah, and if you went inside the store, they had this board, and if you caught a fish, they would take a picture of you because it was like, damn, there's so rare people catching fish, and they would put you on this board. And this board was letting you know that, hey, these are the people who catch fish at Lake Chabot because everybody don't catch them.
With the date on it and the pound, the size of your fish.
Everything, they would come out and do all that.
So when we start going and catching fish, we was only taking pictures of fish of limit, which is 5 a person. So each one of us had 5 fish at all times taking pictures. from biggest to the limit. And we went for a week straight.
On them big
And
trout.
we filled they board up.
Yep. And
with
we
all
figured out
ripping lips.
Yep. We figured out the
They wasn't happy up there.
No. So we get up there, we figure out
The
how
dynamics of catching big trout.
the big trout. We figured it all out. So we knew, like, if we was trolling deep dive crankbaits, we was able to catch these fish because for whatever reason.
And we talking deep. We talking 20 feet.
Hey,
See, that's what
20
O was.
feet, yeah.
That's
25,
what O
30
was
feet
raw at
crankbait.
right there.
Yeah,
O was raw at that.
I had to, lighten the line, trying to get it out a little lower, and then once we rented the boat. So we get there, we rent the boat, right? One or two
killed
boats.
them on
we
that.
instantly tell them because we'll get there right when they open, be like, "Hey, I'm gonna be trolling a lot. I need extra batteries." So they would give us extra batteries to put in there. So when one died, we can just keep on going. So we would just go up and down and around the island, up and down around the island, up and down around, all day.
Yep.
And then all of a sudden you'd be sitting there holding it, dude. I mean, next you know you look down there, he jumping, he this big, big old trout. Like, oh, we fighting them.
Yeah.
We catch all these big fish. We slapping fire. We shooting the videos. We putting it on Rip and Live, this early YouTube. Everything's happening.
Chabot on the map, actually.
Man, exactly.
Because nobody was going there for fishing.
No.
You were not catching.
No, because you wasn't
anything.
catching them.
Look back in that history of
Yep.
time. It'll tell you no one caught anything there. I'm telling you, if you look back, it's going to say that. No one caught anything there at all.
Or Rip and Live.
And then we came there and broke that down, dissected it, and figured out where we needed to put our crankbaits at. And after that, what was it, like 20 feet, 15 feet down or whatever?
Yep. They just
Man,
have to-
we was killing out there.
Yeah, maybe you take the
Every one
tow
of us
motor,
was killing.
you go hella fast.
3-4,
Woo,
3-4,
3-4, and then stop it down back to 3-4.
3-4.
Pick it up to 5, woo, drop to that 3-4, just keep that 3-4. And they will just, bow!
Catching
They
bigger.
would hit it
We
so
was
Keep
hard.
that
catching
bait
bigger.
moving like this underwater.
Man.
I bet you we
So-
caught bigger trout. Well, y'all pictures was all on the wall.
Oh, yeah.
we
So
caught
then we
bigger
come back,
trout than
they take
anybody
pictures, they like,
right
wow,
there.
you guys got them. They take pictures, they put it up on the wall.
Beaten.
After a couple of weeks of
Beating
us
their
out there
helmet
now,
in.
the whole wall was just
They
us.
got
whole
tired of
wall.
us, though.
Yep.
We wasn't really welcome anymore.
No, after that, yeah,
So-
we come
so
there one time.
So we went up there the
Yep.
following week.
Yep.
Just to go hit them for fun.
Yep.
And so we go in there to go, we spend some money, get some hooks or whatever we need from their bait and tackle. And we turn around and look, and it's about like
Oh, you-
3 pictures, little Billy and somebody else, and 3 people, right? I said, damn, man, what happened to us, man?
Yeah.
They took them all
They
down.
took all our
All of
pictures
them
down.
down.
They didn't tell us that you only be up for a week.
Right.
The pictures they had up there was from years, from like
Yeah,
83.
the pictures are still up there.
Like from 83.
Yeah, right.
Right?
They had the pictures, old pictures. Then
So
all
that
of a
was
sudden,
that was
they took
scandalous.
all ours up, kept theirs up, and then we was like, damn.
Trashed us, threw our pictures in the
Yep.
garbage.
So
So we
after that-
asked them where was they at.
Yeah,
They
like,
said,
at least can we have the
Oh, we
pictures?
sent them down to Central.
You're right, headquarters.
Yeah, they got
So
'em.
they never gave us a picture. They took our pictures down, and we was shooting videos. People started to go there to fish because of the videos. Like, we early YouTube fishing videos. So
Exactly.
people, if you lived in the area,
Just
you saw
look,
that,
it's a-
you just knew.
it's a-
Yeah.
it's a-
So for them to
it's
do us
there.
like that, we was like, oh, okay, and then we was gone.
Mm-hmm.
We was gone.
And then
No
what about-
fish,
and
no
what-
fish been caught there since.
Hey, and what about
Man.
the OG? When we was at the cleaning station, he says, man, oh, that's a monster.
Yeah, GB and Buckaroosie go out. GB catch Gordita. This trout is humongous, right? He up there at the clean said, yeah, OG coming. He was like, that's a monster.
GB with his little trout, you feel me? About like 5 pounds, probably 6 pounds, I don't know. We'll go weigh in a minute. Out here ripping lips goes GB. Yeah, know what I mean?
That's a monster.
Yeah, it's pretty nice size.
Oh, jeez. Love it.
Hey, and because people was like, what?
Amazing.
You
That
got
was a-
that in Lake Chabot?
Hey, that was the first
That
time
was
I
amazing.
ever caught a trout. Oh, that's when you
Rip.
had put us on that spot.
Yeah,
that was
yeah.
my first time. I had went there before with Buck to fish, but we had never really caught nothing.
Yeah,
So you
yeah.
never like Buck might get a bite
We
or
had to
two
get
or
it down to the
something.
science.
Yeah,
We
no,
was just taking the boat
before I bass fish when I used to go, I was the same way. I used to be at the bank trying to cast. I mean, I caught a catfish
Look,
here
I
and
ain't
there, but
never heard about
nothing.
nobody catching
No, Lake
fish.
Chabot was tough. But the crazy thing, Lake Chabot got some humongous fish in there.
Yeah, they
from
do.
largemouth to
dinosaurs.
every catfish dinosaurs.
Big catfish.
They just smart. They hard to
just
catch.
in there,
Yeah. But once we
dinosaurs.
left Lake Chabot, we moved to Pardee. We kept the trout fishing going up at Pardee, and we that's when the Hit Rock was trying to hold on the trout. And trout was just slipping through. The Hit Rock. So Hit Rock, I said, hey, just catch the trout. I said, hey, here, man.
Then you put that Benny Hill music on there.
Yeah. Hey, the Buckarooski, all he's supposed to do was, I said, reel the fish in, hold fish, and just say, ripping lips.
Blood,
right?
I couldn't get the fish. It was like, had caught this fish earlier, oiled him down, and then had him right there in that little area waiting. He was like, when I got to Hit Rock, cast right there. And then I got wow. And I bring him all the way in. It was easy. And then when he got in, I picked him up and just started. I couldn't. You know what I mean? I couldn't do nothing. It just kept falling. And he just happened to have his camera. I'm like, where he got his camera? Why did this happen? It was
Hey,
we was up there. We was killing them up there too.
Yeah, hey, that one was cool because a TV show at the end of the day ended up hitting us up. It was
I remember you said
TV
that
show
about
wanted to put it on and
yeah.
everything, but I don't know what ended up happening with that. I said, man, hit us up, but it didn't. I don't think it didn't go through. But that was some good stuff right there, man. Hey, y'all know we got 1,001 stories, man. Original Ripple list we to even get into, but we gonna cut that one short right there. You know what I'm saying? And everybody hope y'all enjoyed that.
No?
Yeah, that's the beginning.
No,
The Buckarooski.
It was Owen, his little brother and his cousin, and then I came into it. And Owen, his family, his uncles, all them. And I don't know if they was on serious.
The triple OGs. They was just a muscle. And they had the back up the starter money.
And I came
we need loan.
When that story we talked about with Hot Lips.
Yeah.
And then I brought Buck. I told Buck to come in. Then after Buck, we'd have to start talking about little Jamon.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, then we're going to go knee deep into our story because, like I said, we have plenty of Clear Lake stories. Various overnight stories.
Jamon bring the Magnificent in. That's when they going to tell the story about the shiny watch.
Ooh, wait till y'all see that. And I still have the footage on that. Wait till I bring that in. But hey, you guys, thanks for showing up. The Buckarooski, the Hit Rock, and that there was a YounderTales.
Hey, keep on fishing, man. Keep fishing.
Don't stop.
Yes, sir.
Keep fishing.
One time.
To the next one. Right here. Toast. The Ripping Lips. Where we was 18 years ago. A friend of mine asked me to fish this line, and I said this rhyme that I had to say. He said, man, let's go to Disco Bay. So we took a trip all to the back roads, pulled up an old house, and we had to go. Fished at night, fished in the morning, didn't come home. Damn to quit our job till them fish was gone.
No, we didn't.
Now we back in. We keeping it lit. We gonna take this toast and say that's it. Ripping lips.
Ripping lips, baby.
Ripping lips.